Hello everyone, welcome to the Kaylee's College of Education Hubballi channel. I am Vidya Sindhu Murgod, student of Kaylee's College of Education Vidyanagar Hubballi. I am studying in the third semester of Bachelor of Education. Today I am going to present the seminar on the topic Family under the facilitator Dr. Anil Gumgol sir. The topic family comes in the subject value education, unit number 3, role of social agencies in value education. So let us move towards the presentation. I once again welcome you all to my presentation on the topic family. Let us see the introduction about the family. Family is the most important platform for a child to learn, especially during the early stage on one's life. Family plays an vital role in building up the social relations, responsibilities, religious ideas, and codes of conduct from our life. A child gets the basic awareness, self knowledge, self confidence, self satisfaction, self worth, principle of sacrifice and love from the family. The family is important in developing the moral values of the child. Family is the foundation on which values are built. So, this is the introduction about the family, which shows that family is most important for a child, and family is like a foundation wherein the values are built, and family helps the child in developing the moral values, spiritual values, and self knowledge, self discipline, and other things. Let us move towards to the meaning of family. Let us deal with the meaning of family. What is the meaning of family then? Let us see. A group of one or more parents and their children living together as a unit. So, what is the meaning of family? A group of one or more parents and their children living together as a unit. Let us see the other meaning of family. All the descendants of a common ancestor. All the descendants of a common ancestor. I have one more meaning of the family which is not added in the slide. Please forgive me for that. I'll dictate the meaning of the family. The other meaning of the family can be it is a social institution which consists of some members who keep blood relationship with each other and cultivate basic cultural and moral values. I'll repeat it once. It is a social institution which consists of some members who keep blood relationship with each other and cultivate basic cultural and moral values. So, we have dealt with the introduction of the family, meaning of the family. Now, let us move towards the definition of family. Now let us look into the definition of family. Here, Ernest Burgess, who was a sociologist and he was a Canadian American, and Locke, Harvey Locke, he was a American sociologist. So these both sociologists comes to a conclusion and gives definition of a family like this. Both the sociologists define family as a group of persons united by ties of marriage, blood, or adoption, consisting a Single household interacting and intercommunicating with each other in their respective social roles of husband and wife, mother and father, son and daughter, brother and sister, creating a common culture. So, what these sociologists define family as that a group of members staying in a single roof and the sharing the things to each other and interacting to each other. They play a different roles like husband and wife, mother and father, son and daughter, brother and sister, all the members staying in the single roof. These sociologists define family like this. So, now let us move to the types of family. There are many types of family, but I will be dealing with the important types of family. The different types of families. Let us look one by one. Nuclear families, blended families, unrelated families, step families, adopted families, single families, single parent families, extended families, childless families, foster families. So, these are the important types of families. Living these, there are other types also. Let us deal with the different types of families. So the first one is nuclear families. What does nuclear families means? It is a traditional family consisting of a mother, father and one or more children. Nuclear family is a traditional family. The family consists of few members like mother, father and one or more children. Next we have is extended families. Now it is a rare thing to see extended families in the society. Families that include relatives other than parents and children. So, extended is made up of nuclear or single parent families plus other relatives such as grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. If the nuclear family consisting of 4 or 5 members, the extended families consist of 5 or more than that. That can be considered as extended families wherein all the members of the family stays in a single roof. Next we have is blended families. A family in which both spouses have children from previous relationships. Next we have is step families. Families that include children from a previous relationship. Next we have is adopted families. Families that include children that are not biologically theirs. Next we have is single parent families. Children who live with one parent. Single parent includes only one parent, the mother or the father, who lives with the children. Single parents may be divorced, widowed, unwed, or abandoned from the society. Next we have is childless families. Families with no children. It is as simple. Families with no children. Next we have is foster parent families. Foster parent families includes parents who provide full-time child care for someone else's child for a designated period of time. Like for example, if the couple is working, they leave their children under the care of someone else for a short period or a long period. After they come back from the work, they pick up their children from the undertaker. That is known as foster parent families who cares their children in the absence of their parents. So, these patriarchy families and matriarchy families are the common families, like are the common types of family. we look in the society. Let us see what does patriarchy families means. Patriarchy families is a social system in which males hold primary power and predominate in roles of political leadership, moral authority, social privilege, and control of property. In the domain of the family, fathers or father figures hold authority over women and children. So, by this, we understand that patriarchy family means the male rules the family. All the power will be in the hands of male, and he rules the family. He looks into the care of the family members. Next we have is matriarchy families. Matriarchy families is also a form of social organization in which the mother or oldest female will be the head of the family. The mother or oldest female look into the family. So we have dealt with the introduction, meaning, definition, and types of families. Now let us look into the functions of family. So what does the function what is the role of what is the function of the family? Let us deal with this. The first one is reproduction, socialization. Third one is economic cooperation. Fourth one is emotional security. These are the functions of a family. Let us see what functions the family plays. First one is reproduction. Reproduction, we can say that to carry out humanity and survival of man. Next we have is socialization. The function of socialization is that transmitting the culture values to next generation. The family plays an important function here, that transmitting the cultural values to next generation. Next we have is economic cooperation. Economic cooperation is like fulfilling survival needs of family like food, clothing, and shelter. Next, at last, we have is emotional security. Emotional security shapes personalities, providing comfortness and reassurance to the child. So, all these four functions of family plays an important role in child's life. These functions are very important to lead a good family. So now let us see move toward. Next we have is family challenges. Family challenges are like communication, intimacy, organization, boundaries, relationships, trust, acceptance, spending time together, roles. These are the family challenges. Family has a challenges also to face, like communication, communicating with each other. There is a organization, there is a intimacy between the relationships, and we have a boundaries in the family. We have to maintain the relationships, whatever role we are playing in the family, that has to be maintained through the relationships. And we have to trust each other in the family. Acceptance, we have to accept each other, whatever our elders are saying, we have to accept that in our life. Then spending time together, spending the time with the family is also like a family challenge. Then roles, playing a different roles like mother, father, sister, brother, uncle, aunt, grandmother, grandfather. So these all are comes in the family challenges. Let us move towards role of family in value education. So this is very important, role of family in value education. What role the family plays in providing the value education to the students or to the child? Let us see. So a child's education starts from home. Parents are their first teachers and they have a key role in shaping up their character. A balance of education at home and school molds a student's actual learning. Family has to be a helping hand in their educational journey and travel with them with true inspiration. Parental or family encouragement plays a crucial role in successful of the students. Their roles is not only limited to home but involvement in school activities too. A child's learning scale is highly related to how they are treated at home. So, with this paragraph, we come to know that how much the family is important to give a child the moral values, spiritual values, and value education. The child gains the value education through its family because parents are their first teachers. Whatever the child learns first, that is learnt through his or her mother. So family plays an important role in building up the value education. So, let's look at the important points concerning the role of education in value education. Let us deal what are the important points that makes a child's value education strong. The first one is be a role model. Second one, read together. Third one, oversee child's activity. Fourth one, know over scheduling. Fifth one, we have provide pleasant atmosphere. Sixth point is give constructive criticism. Next, help with home assignments. Next, we have is prepare them for tests, reward them for results, go for educational trips. Next, maintain parent teacher relationship, set aside for kids, monitor their learning, prioritize child's learning, share your personal experience, devise fun ways to learn, talk with your kid, encourage active learning, help them to be relaxed, be a good friend. So these are the important points concerning role of education in value education. These all points helps the students to gain a value education. A parent has to be with the child in his good times and bad times. They have to encourage the child how to deal with the society, how we have to what we have to contribute to the society, what helps the society. And we should parents should not overschedule the child. Parents should not be behind the child only after studies. They have to give more knowledge including studies also. A child has to build constructive criticism. He should have the knowledge of judging what is good and what is bad. So these are the role of education in value education. Apart from this, I have few points which I have not included in the slides, like children learn communication skills through family. Habit formation starts from the family. Then, table manners is learnt through the family. Child gets the practical knowledge through the family. Family provide proper guidance and counseling to the child. Next, we have is family inculcates the moral and spiritual values. The child learn to overcome the struggles. Language development also starts from family. So these all points help us to know that the child will learn everything from the family. The child gets an encouragement from the family. The family inculcates moral and spiritual values to the child, and also the family tries to give the child to overcome from the struggles. The family experience helps the child to know his situation, he can also come to know that struggling is a good thing and we can overcome from the struggle. Next, okay, I'm coming to the last part, that is conclusion. Family is the pillar of one's own life. Families are like branches on a tree. We grow in different directions, yet our roots remain as one. Families are the compass that guide us. They are the inspiration to reach great heights and comforts us when we occasionally falter. From this conclusion, we come to know that how much the family is important. Families help us to reach our aims, desires, heights, and wherever we are, if we are far from the family, still the concept of family will be in the heart of everyone. This was the conclusion. Okay, thank you. That was my presentation. I thank my facilitator once again, Anil sir, who encouraged me to make a clipping. And also, I thank our Kerli College of Education principal, Dr. L.C. Mulali sir. And I also thank the faculty members of our college who supported me to present this seminar. I thank everyone.